1 second if I can. Okay. Can y'all hear me? The name of this poem is My Biggest Fear. I am afraid of the future. I am afraid of what I cannot see. I'm afraid that one day my youthful and irresponsible past will come back to hunt me. I'm afraid that my careless attitude towards the present will in due time teach me a lesson. I'm afraid that if I continue to make my life's journey through this earth better known as the land of temptation, that I might square away from the church and lose my concentration. I'm afraid that I might one day give in to that temptation because it becomes too strong for my shield, and it gets to me and it weakens my strong will. I'm afraid that this cruel and unusual world will put its hands on me and mold me and shape me and just completely change me. I'm afraid that 10 years from now I will look in the mirror and I won't even recognize what I see. Because I let down my shield and I allowed the hatred and all the temptation to take over me. I'm afraid that as much as I would love to succeed in life and prevail, I would disappoint myself and indeed fail. It's funny, because even though I'm afraid of the future, I want to live and grow old. But that is not an easy case from what I've been told. I guess I'm really afraid of the future because I can't see it. It's not a clear picture. But then again, the future isn't even promised, according to the Bible scriptures. And my second poem I'm doing is entitled Cover Girl. She was beautiful. 5'6", light brown eyes, long legs curved around the thighs. Gorgeous, long, thick black hair. She had the type of face that made all the boys stare. She had a 4.0 GPA, and she was going to succeed in life and wasn't going to let anybody get in her way. She was voted prettiest girl in school, and she never looked down on people or used her beauty as a tool. Not to mention that she was voted most popular, because everyone just loved her. They thought all the jokes were funny. And did I mention that she had money? Oh yes, she wore all designer clothes, and she drove a very expensive car. There wasn't a doubt in anyone's head that this girl was going to be a star. She seemed to have the goods. She even had the perfect man. That's why the choice that she made on her graduation night was something a lot of people just couldn't understand. They all couldn't understand why she decided to take her life by slitting her wrist with the old rusty kitchen knife. Yeah, she had the best looking clothes and the best looking ride, but all those material things were just a way for her to hide what she really was feeling inside. When everyone looked at her, they saw the girl with a bright future and good grades. But what they didn't see was the relationship she had secretly had with a man twice her age. And yes, she was the girl that all the boys at school wanted and all the girls wanted to be, but she was also the girl who had been secretly diagnosed with HIV. Her entire senior year was all a stunt, an act. It was staged. She was really trying to hide the fact that she was depressed and was slowly but surely dying at a young age. So even though it went against everything she had been taught, she decided to take her own life without a second thought. Somehow her perfect life suddenly got all off track. She left this world behind and didn't look back. However, she did leave a note, and it read as follows. Dear family and friends, there are so many things going through my head right now I don't even know where to begin. I guess I should probably tell you why I chose to let my thought-to-be perfect life come to an end. I know you're shocked right now and you keep asking yourself why. But the truth is, all of this started because I accidentally fell for the wrong guy. I fell in love with a guy that didn't love me but only cared for himself. A guy who knowingly infected me with this horrible disease that is slowly taking away my health. A guy whose heart is filled with nothing but lies and greed. A guy who all of you know is the principal of our school, Mr. Reed. So I've decided to take my own life with this life because he lied when he said he had long since left his wife. And to my surprise, he's still with her and I have 3 beautiful kids. But you be sure to let him read this note so he can know that the child I'm carrying is his. And these are not the only things that pushed me to make this rash decision, but some things are just better left unsaid. And I just felt trapped with no way out, but I finally feel free now that I am dead. Now I want all of you to take heed to what I just read, because no matter how happy a person seems to be on the outside, you never know what's really going on inside. And please, don't trust anyone to love you enough to tell you if they have something that you have to love yourself enough to wrap it up regardless. Or else you might end up like her in a secret lover. And please, whatever you do not judge a book by its cover. Thank you.